Good evening and thanks for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm Sophie Erber. One of the largest meat processing companies in the world, Tyson Foods, has announced their entire U.S. workforce will be required to be fully COVID-19 vaccinated. It's our top story now at 5. The move comes as the Delta variant surges across our nation and makes Tyson the largest U.S. food company to require a vaccination. The company, headquartered in Springsdale, Arkansas, employs 139,000 people. That includes more than 3,000 at their Dakota City, Nebraska plant here in Siouxland. Tyson says that only half, or roughly 56,000 of those employees were vaccinated already, despite incentives for getting the shot and the company hosting clinics right at their facilities. A former employee believes the new policy goes over the line.
I think everyone should get vaccinated just to protect everyone, but I think it should be up to the person itself if they want to or not. They shouldn't be forced by their company or employer.
Tyson adds that all leadership must be vaccinated by September 24th, all office staff by October 1st, and all frontline workers by the end of this October. Each worker who gets the vaccine will receive a $200 incentive. A Northeast Nebraska man was killed earlier today following a workplace accident. Madison County Sheriff's Office investigated that incident that resulted in the death of the worker. According to the Madison County Sheriff's Office, 23-year-old Byron Perez of Columbus was killed after being crushed by a large crate full of chickens that he was helping move. Authorities say that crate broke loose while being moved by a forklift. That incident happened a bit after noon on a farm roughly 4 miles northeast of Lindsay, Nebraska. And fire crews were called out once again this afternoon to put out a grass fire that started last night out on Highway 20. Hot spots reignited that fire caused by a semi. That semi was hauling hay and burst into flames yesterday afternoon. Traffic was slowed for a few hours while crews today worked. Yesterday's fire caused a portion of Highway 20 to be shut down for several hours. This as those crews struggled to put that fire out. And yesterday it was announced that Simone Biles, the Olympian, would return to compete in today's balance beam final. This after what gymnasts call the twisties. That's what she was dealing with. Some Siouxland gymnasts say the twisties are when a gymnast suddenly cannot make the necessary spins midair, losing their sense of what is up and what is down. Of course, that can be very dangerous. Local gymnasts say to see Biles return from dealing with that issue and then to win an Olympic medal is inspirational. KCAU 9's Jason Toktagian tells us how local gymnasts are dealing with overcoming that same feeling. That's tonight at 10. The Pentagon was shut down briefly today after a police officer was killed during an incident not too far from the facility. Officials do say the officer was attacked at a bus station around 10:30 this morning. Now, not many details have been released at this hour, but Pentagon officials have said that gunfire was exchanged. The attacker was killed. Several other people were injured as a result of that incident. We do have more information expected to be released sometime tomorrow. Lawmakers throughout New York State tonight are calling for Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign. This as the latest report from the New York Attorney General's office was made public earlier today. That report found that the governor sexually harassed multiple state workers and other women who were outside his administration. Investigators say Cuomo's administration was a, quote, hostile work environment. The governor has denied the allegations and says he does not plan on stepping down. It's been officially 3 days since the federal eviction moratorium expired. Several House Democrats tonight are putting pressure on the White House now to take action. Our Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson explains.
House Democrats are continuing their call for the Biden administration to renew the federal pause on evictions.
We need the moratorium on evictions to happen today.
Missouri Congresswoman Cori Bush is going into her 5th day of trying to draw attention to the issue by camping out on the Capitol steps.
We have to come back and get something done.
The White House says Congress has to act because its hands are tied by a Supreme Court ruling in June. Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee says she's not pointing fingers, she just wants to see action.
We're not going to blame anyone. We're claiming that we're going to get this done because if we don't, we're talking about children in the streets.
Right now, the White House and congressional Democrats are asking states to do more to distribute the $45 billion already approved by Congress. And Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell agrees it's time to get the money out the door.
It doesn't seem to me to require any additional legislative action. We need to get the money out there that's already been made available.
Bush says she met with Vice President Kamala Harris Tuesday and was assured that the White House is looking at every option. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
And it's time now to turn our attention to the weather department. Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson here with me now. And Scott, today, at least to me, kind of felt like a carbon copy almost of yesterday. Same haze lingering in the sky, but still a beautiful summer day, I'll call it, here in Siouxland in early August.
Yeah, some really nice August weather out there today, Sophie. Morning low temperatures were in the 50s. Afternoon highs, upper 70s to middle 80s observed. 80 degrees in Sioux City, 82 Yankton, 85 in O'Neill, 79 degrees in Denison and Cherokee. We should see our temperatures fall back down into the 50s across most of the map for tonight. There is a chance of having some rain and thunderstorms happen. It looks like that'll mainly be contained through the overnight period Wednesday into Thursday morning. Probably not a whole lot there as far as precipitation goes, but we're still in desperate need of whatever we can get at this point. We'll have details on how much rain will fall and what lies ahead for the weekend. It's all in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
Thanks, Scott. Well, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held today to officially celebrate District 42. That's a new attainable workforce housing development located just off Sunnybrook Drive. Special guests were in attendance, too. You might recognize joining the Siouxland Chamber of Commerce, such as Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Sioux City Mayor Bob Scott. Reynolds spoke about the state's need to increase the workforce here and said modern housing, like District 42, is necessary to promote Iowa all across the country.
Tell that story that I was talking about, the wide open spaces, that great restaurants and culture and entertainment, low cost of living is second to none.
The new development becomes one of the largest in the region. It includes an outdoor pool, fitness center, and community building. Options for a studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are included, as well as 2- and 3-bedroom townhomes. Briarcliff University is introducing 2 new programs that will expand both their media and their medical programs on campus. The university is expanding their existing mass communications program. That's by adding a sports information undergraduate degree program, plus their medical program with a healthcare degree. Briarcliff says that help care is an emerging field in healthcare that helps workers in a broad spectrum of ways.
I think we've had a good long-term partnership with our community healthcare providers, and so we're very happy to be providing this additional service to just expand those opportunities even further.
Both degrees will be available this upcoming semester. Local educators gathered today to showcase recent advancements in education. Over at the Career Academy, educators from around the Sioux City School District presented to the public some new techniques and technology behind their future-ready education model. That's coding, virtual assignments, and online forum style groups. That's just some of the things that were on display. And the teachers say it really does make a difference in the kids' future.
They are, I feel, more prepared for the future and more prepared to using technology. So you are able to see their achievement gains by teaching the standards, but enhancing it through the use of technology.
Get this to equal the 1,007.
Each school in the district has a future-ready group of educators. They are there to help keep the curriculum fresh and innovative. Sioux City joined that program back in 2018. Well, a boost in business thanks to the upcoming Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota. How local shops are getting ready for the riders coming up.
And it looks like we're going to exchange the smoky haze for some hotter temperatures moving forward. Tomorrow should be pleasant, though, with highs back in the 80s and some more sun. Some slight rain chances and a sizzling weekend in Siouxland. High temperatures moving into the 90s. Your 9 on 9 forecast coming up next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Thanks for sticking with us. Not a day that you can really complain about, just a nice August day here, but that haze still lingering, Scott, until I hear we do have a chance of some precipitation moving in to maybe push it out.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be coming our way tomorrow night going into Thursday, Sophie. In the meantime, we do still have a little bit of that lingering smoky haze, but the situation has improved a little bit versus yesterday, and that should be the trend going forward here as the week goes on. We're looking outside from the Ho Chung Center camera set up in downtown Sioux City. It looks like traffic's flowing just fine along I-29 there next to the Missouri River. Checking out what's happening in Sioux City at this time. The temperature is being measured in the upper 70s. 78 degrees outside, a southeast wind of 8 miles per hour. Relative humidity 45%, and the dew point is in the mid-50s. Hotter as you go to the west. Temperatures in the 90s in parts of Nebraska and South Dakota right now. It's 92 in Rapid City and North Platte, 94 degrees in Scotts Bluff. And then it looks like we'll have temperatures fall to some more seasonal levels as we approach the middle of next week, with highs looking to be in the mid-80s next Wednesday and Thursday. Well, here's a great sunset that was taken up in Sheldon, Iowa. If you have a picture that you want to share, go to SiouxlandProud.com, find the weather tab, send us your photos.
Another stellar, smoky, reddish sunset shot.
Yeah, I love those. We have a lot of them. Make sure to check out SiouxlandProud.com. You can scroll on through them.
That's right. There's some good ones on there. Thanks a lot, Scott. Well, the city of Cleveland on standby tonight after some disturbing video of an illegal bike gang is circulating. Police standing by. We'll show you the chaos that's unfolding there coming up. But first, the city of Sturgis, South Dakota, ready to welcome riders and the business they bring during Rally Week. We'll have a preview next. Stay with us. Thousands of motorcyclists have already started roaring into the Rushmore State ahead of this weekend's annual Sturgis Rally. The influx of visitors has Black Hills communities excited about the extra boost in business. Reporter Sydney Thorson has details from Deadwood.
As you can see from downtown Deadwood, things are picking up just a few days before the Sturgis Rally. You'll find cars, motorcycles, and just people filling up the streets out here in the Black Hills.
We've heard it was going to be one of the biggest, but we like to come the week before so we can do all the riding, and then we go to the first day of the rally, and then we get on home.
Hundreds of people like Travis Perrott from Texas have the same idea, and it's only going to get busier. Businesses like Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort are getting ready for next week the best they can.
And we're adding 109 rooms to the availability for all of our visitors. So we're happy to contribute to preparations for the rally in that regard.
While the resort is short-staffed, General Manager David Knight says he has high hopes for next week.
Our team is really excited to see Rally back, and they're excited to serve all of our guests, and we'll rise to the challenge.
Outlaw Square is currently setting up for next week. Harley Davidson is taking over the square.
This becomes Harley Square, and the Rumble will be all around. We're going to have programming all next week. We'll have music every day, every night.
With high visitor numbers expected at this year's Sturgis Rally, both Outlaw Square and the Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort say they will be ready.
We'll cover it. We've done it the way we've done it all summer, and we'll just keep it going. It's been good.
Again, that's Sydney Thorson reporting. We'd like to remind you News Nation Prime is the country's only live national newscast in prime time, and it comes your way every night at 7, of course, on News Nation. At 6 is the Donlin Report, so here's a preview.
Tonight on the Donlin Report, it's not a mask mandate, but is it a vax mandate? The new rule one city is implementing, and is the government overstepping its bounds with the decision? We'll explain tonight. Now here's Leland Vittert with a preview of On Balance.
Thanks, Joe. Tonight, every day, we are getting more evidence of the Wuhan lab leak. How and why the New York Times may have helped cover that theory up. That's coming up tonight on Balance, followed by News Nation Prime.
Again, News Nation Prime comes your way every night at 7 on News Nation. You can see some of the channels listed here, or you can check your local listings. Well, a gang of illegal dirt bikes causing chaos in the streets of Cleveland, Ohio. Police unable to help. We'll show you what happened right after the break. Residents of Cleveland are on edge after viral video shows chaos caused by gangs of people illegally riding dirt bikes on the streets. These riders were tying up traffic and crashed into cars, even fired gunshots, all while police stood by and watched. Reporter Ed Gallick has the details.
You could hear the rumble before you saw the long line of illegal dirt bikes and ATVs. Incredibly long line. In this pack, we counted more than 200 riders. Sunday, cameras monitored by a West Side citizens group captured chaos, even gunfire, as the group took over Cleveland streets.
911 was city.
Drivers called for help. Dirt bikes crashed into cars. And look, they blocked traffic on the highway, too. The group rolled from the eastern suburbs through the west side of Cleveland. Police dispatch tapes reveal drivers terrorized by those riders.
Blocking traffic, and caller heard 5 to 6 shots fired.
Now we have 2 calls from this group of shots fired with an additional calls of people waving guns in the group.
Long ago, Cleveland police brass told officers don't chase the dirt bikes. So the officers end up watching the riders break the same traffic laws that get you a ticket. Now, Cleveland police do have a special unit to go after those riders. So we asked, where was that unit? Officers wondered, too.
By any chance they have chopper up connection with this?
Chopper is not up.
A driver delayed by the dirt bikes shot this video, and he called on police to do something.
Whatever they can do, one way or another, they're not trying to curb it. They're just letting it happen.
The bike ain't going nowhere. Cleveland Heights police busted one rider. They say he had a stash of marijuana, thousands of dollars, and this.
Look, U-Haul down here. This is mine. I just brought it. I got the bill of sale in my U-Haul. You got that deal on you, man? Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
In May, the mayor of Cleveland told the I-Team he had no new plans for cracking down on dirt bikes. Now, we've sent new questions to police headquarters. Dirt bike riders took over, fired guns, and went on their way.
We take a live look outside right now from downtown Sioux City. Scott returns right after this break with one more check on your forecast. Don't go away. A national community outreach event is back this year. People in neighborhoods across Siouxland coming together to celebrate what's called National Night Out. Here's a live look from the event going on in Dakota City, Nebraska right now. This is actually the first year the event is being held in that specific community. It is being hosted by the Dakota City Fire Department, and as you can see, lots of games, even a bounce house, food, activities. Of course, the main attraction is the opportunity to meet some of those first responders who look after our communities every day. Again, these gatherings are being held all across Siouxland this evening, and we have a list of those local gatherings on our website right now at SiouxlandProud.com. And a lot of people just getting off work, hoping to head out to that event. I think it does go on for a little while longer, and really, Scott, they couldn't have asked for a better night weather-wise, and the event goes till 8 o'clock. Our weather should hold out.
I think so, Sophie. It looks like we'll have some very comfortable weather outside tonight. A low temperature of 57 degrees, mostly clear and calm. It looks like for tomorrow, it'll basically be a repeat of today, slightly warmer as we climb up to 85 with bright sunshine in the morning and then some increasing clouds headed through the second half of the day. Late tomorrow night going into Thursday, we stand the chance at a handful of showers and thunderstorms happening. Doesn't look like they'll persist for very long or drop a whole lot of rainfall, but again, we do have a chance coming up tomorrow night into Thursday. Temperatures become hotter for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, up into the 90s. It looks like we'll be in the mid-90s again next Monday with a sunny sky before we begin to cool things back off to some more seasonal August weather.
Heating up once again. All right, thanks, Scott. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again here at 6 with Tim. Until then, have a great night, everyone.